Hi, my name's Jimmy, and welcome to this week's PfCA Weekly Resource Chat. Every week we get together and share our favorite resources with you. Who wants to go first?
This week, I decided to bring the Pet Aid Colorado Fund to our lovely little space. They are a not-for-profit organization who help with veterinary bills. And right now, during COVID, in a time where a lot of people are finding it hard to take care of their pets or to find the money for those little things because accidents do happen, or our favorite little fuzzy friend does get sick. And sometimes we don't have the $4,000 that it takes to spend out of pocket to help them. So they are super amazing. They have a few different programs. Their own animal hospital, which they have, and it is amazing from everything that I've read. You take your pet to their own in-house animal hospital. A lot of the funds that would usually be charged in a privatized veterinary hospital are significantly lower than other hospitals. They have their care grants where you can apply for a grant for whether it is medication, surgeries, or anything under the sun for your little one. It is awesome. They also have their community outreach. And I think it's honestly my favorite of the three programs that they have. Their community outreach is specifically for the disabled, elderly, homeless, pretty much anybody who has barriers in obtaining funds or accessing this kind of care. So they have a in-clinic veterinary care service for this specific need, which is awesome. It's so great. I mean, we all love our fuzzy little friends, our furry friends, our besties, our family, and we need to think about them more. I don't think a lot of us do. I mean, I know I do, and I know Mark and Jimmy do, and I'm sure I don't know if Matt has a fuzzy buddy. But they are amazing and important. And sometimes we need to give them the heads up and the help that they may need. Oh, and you can
Wow.
find them at www.petaidcolorado.org.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chloe. That is great. Matt?
Hey, so I'll be sharing the Communities Against Hate.org, which is a website you can go to report anti-hate crime. So this website is basically you can tell your story about your experiences with anti-hate, whether it is it's your gender, your nationality, identity, or religion, or all sorts of things. And like you can this helps to educate the public and also to empower others and all this incredible stuff to for this to be out here so we can put an end to this. So yeah, that is communitiesagainst.hate.org if you want to check them out.
Well, that's really important work, Matt. Thank you for sharing that. What do you have, Mark?
Hi, I have a new resource that I just discovered recently called happycow.net. And happycow.net is it's like Yelp for vegans. So when you visit the website, you can find vegan food near me. It'll list all of the restaurants and bars in the area if you use the use my location option. It'll show you everything around you that would have vegan or vegetarian options. And you can also post your own reviews and photos from these places, or places around where you've been, like, hey, maybe you didn't know there was a vegan restaurant in Macon, Georgia, and guess what? There is. It's called Meaty's Mediterranean Fusion. It also, really cool, it also lists, you can find vegan Airbnbs, you can find vegan hotels, vegan resorts, so that you don't have to pack your own food when you go on vacation, because these places will support you and your ethical diet. And then of course, it'll list the top vegan cities, different topics that you can explore, all that kind of stuff. So happycow.net, they have a blog. There's a great community resource that links regionally to other vegan resources. So check it out, happycow.net, and see just how easy being vegan can be.
Great points too, like about hotels and resorts, etc. Because I don't think it's only about food, but also, I don't necessarily want leather couches in my room as a vegan, or maybe those sort of environmental things. So that's awesome. Well, I chose one because we're in tax time, headed towards our April 15th tax date that we have in this country. And I ran across in one of my meetings an amazing group of people at what is called the Colorado Fiscal Institute. And they do a lot of advocacy work. It's all centered around taxes and tax code. And that sounds so boring and so frustrating to all of us. But what's incredible is these people do all the work. They do offer a lot of different educational opportunities, whether you're a business or another organization like them that's working in advocacy. They work directly with organizations. They have all kinds of amazing events that relate not only just to taxes, but to the rooting of racism in taxes and how that has been perpetrated and how we have to change those things. The movement of laws around white supremacy and structural issues are definitely at the center of a lot of the work that they do. So I would check them out. I know they have like a webinar tonight on racism and taxes, and it's going to be repeated in May, I think March or May. So check them out, coloradofiscal.org. Again, coloradofiscal.org. So we had Colorado Pet Aid. Oh no, Pet Aid Colorado. And that's available at petaidcolorado.org. Matt brought Communities Against Hate, and you can check them out at communitiesagainst-hate.org. Mark brought happycow.net if you're looking for vegan options. Everything from food to hotels, etc. I would imagine clothing, same, happycow.net. And I brought the Colorado Fiscal Institute, and you can find them at coloradofiscal.org. Thanks again for joining us this week. We'll see you next week with another episode of the Weekly Resource Chat. Bye.